Hey Linda, I'm at my wit's end here. Are you around? Can you please answer me?
Hey Margaret, what's up? Is something bothering you?
Something bothering you is an understatement. It's your brother, Matthews, driving me absolutely crazy. He's been nothing but abusive and cruel towards me, and I've reached my breaking point. Can you believe it? A grown man like Matthews picking on a helpless and defenseless woman like myself? I don't know how much longer I can handle being in this marriage.
Oh my goodness! Are you serious? My brother has been treating you abusively? I'm so sorry, Margaret. I had no idea. Honestly, my brother has never shown any signs of being that kind of person, you know? In fact, he's always been the role model that I've looked up to.
I can't believe you're still trying to defend that abusive monster. Do you even see me as your sister-in-law anymore? Or do you actually want to witness your brother abuse me to the point of no return? I get it now. Matthews is your brother after all. As his sister, you're gonna blindly back him up, no matter how twisted and abusive he becomes.
Whoa, hold on there, Margaret. Could you please just fill me in on what's really happening between you and Matthew? I promise you, if my brother has done something to wrong you, I'll stand by your side and help you seek justice.
What's there to discuss? It's all crystal clear, plain as day. Your brother is nothing but a bully, violent and manipulative. He deserves nothing but the worst. Listen, I'll send you a picture of the bruises on my wrist so you can see just how awful that guy you call your brother truly is.
Oh my goodness! Were those bruises caused by my brother? I can't believe it! I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, right. But believe me, these bruises are just the tip of the iceberg compared to what he's been doing to me throughout our entire year of marriage.
What? What else has he done to you? Please, tell me every single detail. I want to know everything there is to know.
Oh my goodness. Why do I have to endure so much pain? All I've ever wanted was to be a loving wife and a good mother. But what do I get in return? A heartless husband who has no qualms about hurting his vulnerable wife just to satisfy his sick desire for violence. I swear, Matthews even finds joy in tormenting me and our child. It's absolutely repulsive.
Oh no! Even Daniel? What has he done to my poor little nephew? Daniel is just a little kid.
Yeah, you better believe your brother did something absolutely terrible to Daniel. He did every possible horrible thing to mistreat a child. Listen to this. The other day when you came home from work, I was completely worn out from taking care of Daniel all day. So, I suggested we go out to eat at a restaurant. But you know what Matthews did? He threw a tantrum at me, calling me a useless woman for not being able to handle something as simple as making dinner. And oh, how can I forget that harsh slap he gave me?
I'm truly at a loss for words right now. I had no idea that my own brother could be capable of such wickedness.
And let me tell you, what he did after that was even more selfish and downright disgusting. He locked the door, hid the key somewhere that I couldn't find, and went to bed, practically trapping me inside. So basically, Daniel and I went hungry until the next morning.
Goodness! Matthews even stooped so low as to use violence and leave you and Daniel to fend for yourselves? Starving? I'm incredibly sorry that you had to endure such cruelty and mistreatment for a whole year. Why didn't you tell me about all of this earlier, Margaret?
Of course not. Matthews never allowed me to tell you. That man is a sneaky one, always pulling out of his bag of deceitful tricks to manipulate me and everyone around him into doing his bidding. He made sure I couldn't tell anyone else about his abusive behavior. He'd apologize and promise to change after every brutal beating he subjected me to. But guess what? He never changed, and his behavior only got worse.
I'm sorry, but this is way beyond anything I can handle on my own. I believe it's time to involve the police in this matter. Don't worry, I've got your back. I'll even assist you with all the divorce procedures if it comes to that.
The police? Do you really think it's necessary? Honestly, I'm just concerned about Daniel. He's so young. I can't even bear the thought of him growing up without a father. It's really painful for me as a mother to imagine.
I understand that it can be tough for a child to grow up without a father. But it's better for that to be the case than for you to remain in an unhappy marriage with a violent husband.
Listen, Linda, I really need you to understand where I'm coming from. I'm in a tough spot here, sis. If Matthews and I end up divorcing, I don't even know where I can find a place to call home. And on top of that, I don't have a job to rely on. How on earth am I supposed to support myself in this situation? It's really weighing on me, you know?
Hey, don't worry yourself too much, all right? I'm here for you, and I promise I'll do everything I can to help you out. You know what? You can even stay at my house for a while until you find a job and sort out a new place. No need to stress about that. Here's a plan. Just give me a little time to have a heart-to-heart with Matthews. I want to talk to him directly and get all the details on this situation.
Please don't spill the beans to him about me opening up to you about his abusive behavior. If he finds out that I let it slip, he'll go ballistic and make my life a total nightmare. I'm begging you, keep it on the down low for the sake of my sanity.
I totally understand your concern, and I want you to know that I won't utter a single word about what you shared with me. I'll approach him in a calm and composed manner, just like any normal conversation. Trust me, I have my own methods of uncovering the truth, and I won't do anything that might jeopardize your safety or well-being.
All right then, I really need you to figure out a way to lend me a hand here. And I'm counting on you to have my back if it comes down to taking this whole mess to court. I'm feeling so freaking alone right now and powerless, and if you're willing to testify against your brother's cruelty, it could give me a major edge in the legal battle. In fact, having you as a witness might even boost the amount of compensation I can get from Matthews. So please, promise me you'll step up and support me through this. It would mean the world to me, sis.
You know what, Margaret? I want you to know that if my brother ever mistreated you, I won't let him off the hook. I'll make sure he faces the consequences for his actions. You can trust me to handle this situation with care and sensitivity. I'm here for you, sis, and I'll do whatever it takes to make things right. Hey, big bro, do you have a minute to spare? There's something really important I need to ask you about. Mind giving me a little bit of your time?
Hey, Linda. Sorry for not getting back to your texts and calls. Work has been insane lately, you know? I've been pulling these crazy 12-hour shifts and man, it's exhausting. But hey, you gotta hustle to make that dough. Priorities, right?
Hey, Matthews, I know this might come as a surprise, but I was wondering if it's possible for me to crash at your place for a few days. I understand if it's a bit last minute, but I really need a place to stay temporarily.
What? You're saying you want to stay at my house? But why?
You know, my house is a disaster right now due to some repairs going on. In fact, it's a total mess. I really don't want to inconvenience you, but I promise it would only be for a few days, tops. I just need a temporary place to crash until things get sorted out, and then I'll be back in my own house again.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. I'm sorry, but I don't think you can stay at my house. There are a lot of things going on here at the moment. Why don't you just rent a hotel or something? It's not a long time, is it? So it won't be a problem at all.
Well, I completely get it. If you're not comfortable with me staying at your place, no worries, I won't push it. But hey, how about a quick visit instead? Can I swing by just to say hi and catch up?
Why the sudden interest in visiting my place? Got tons of free time on your hands or something? I mean, what's the deal? It's kinda out of the blue, you know?
What are you even talking about? You know how much I miss my adorable nephew Daniel, right? Plus, I used to visit you all the time before you tied the knot. But lately, it feels like you've been finding excuses to keep me away. I just want to see how you and the family are doing, you know? Isn't that allowed anymore? It's like you've completely forgotten about your little sister ever since you got married. Seriously, Matthews, it hurts.
I already said no, and I really don't want to repeat myself. Can we please drop it?
Why did you raise your voice at me like that? Did I do something wrong? I'm just trying to understand what's going on here. Can you please explain?
No, I'm sorry, sis. I didn't mean to snap at you like that. It's just that I've been dealing with a lot of stress lately, mostly because of work stuff, you know? That's why I really need to carve out some time for myself to unwind and find some inner peace. I hope you understand where I'm coming from, Linda.
Oh, okay. How about you and I meet up at a cafe and have a nice little chat? It doesn't have to be anything too fancy or time-consuming. Just a chance for us to catch up and spend some quality sister time together. Can you make time for that?
Well, alright then. I guess I can squeeze in some time for a little chat. How about this Saturday at 9 a.m.? Does that work for you?
Sure, let's meet up at that time. Hey, Margaret, do you happen to know where Matthews is at the moment? I've been trying to get in touch with him, but I can't seem to reach him. He said he was gonna meet me today at 9 a.m. at the cafe near my place, but it's already 10 and he's a no-show. He didn't even give me a heads up that he wouldn't be able to make it. Any idea what's going on?
Oh, Matthews? No need to stress. He won't be showing up. Actually, he's currently having a blast chilling in jail.
What? Are you saying this for real? What happened?
You got it. Think I got time to mess around? Nah, I'm dead serious. You know what that jerk did to me? He went and abused me again. That's why I had to do what I had to do and report that monster to the cops for domestic violence. And now he's locked up in jail.
Oh gosh. I'm really sorry. I had no clue. I was actually planning on talking to Matthews today and getting to the bottom of this whole violence situation. But could you please fill me in on what exactly happened that made you call the police on Matthews? I want to understand the whole story.
I swear, your brother is totally insane. The other day, I asked him to stay for a few minutes and have breakfast with me and Daniel before heading to work, but he straight up said no way. You won't believe what he did next. He pushed me aside and dashed off, just like that. I ended up landing on my rear end like a sack of potatoes, but he didn't care the slightest about what happened to me after that. So tell me, do you think this kind of behavior is okay in any world?
Honestly, I'm at a loss for words. I didn't even get a chance to hear his side of the story. Could you please let me know when Matthews is expected to be released?
Well, sucks to say it, but he's gonna be stuck in jail for only 2 days. Listen, just understand that I didn't want to do this, alright? I never wanted to put my own husband behind bars, but I had to do it to keep myself and our kids safe. Daniel's still a little kid, and he deserves a real dad, not some violent man who's always ready to throw punches at his mom.
Margaret, hear me out. If you're feeling like this marriage with my bro is just too heavy to handle, why not put an end to it? I promise, I'll lend you a hand with all the necessary procedures.
No, Linda, here's the deal. I'm all about being a kind and forgiving wifey, so I'm gonna throw Matthews a bone and give him his final shot at redemption once he's out of jail. Hopefully, those 2 days will be enough for him to wake up, see his mistakes, and step up as a better husband.
Oh, alright then. As long as you genuinely believe it's the best call for you and Matthews, I respect your decision. Of course, I have no authority to dictate what happens in your marriage. My role is simply to offer some helpful advice. But no matter what you choose, please always put Daniel's safety and well-being first. It's crucial for him to grow up in a healthy, non-abusive environment.
No doubt, Daniel is my #1 concern. That's why I always hesitate when it comes to pulling the trigger on divorcing Matthews. I don't want my child to grow up fatherless. I've been there myself, and let me tell you, it's a real downer when your pops ditches your mom for someone else when you're just a wee little thing.
Alright, sis, I hear you. I genuinely hope that things start falling into place for you and Matthews real soon.
Hey Matthews, welcome home. So tell me, what's it like in jail? I can't believe you were only there for 2 days, man. Now that you're back, why not head straight to the kitchen and whip up something tasty for me, huh? I'm starving like crazy right now.
Margaret, you're driving me nuts. Why the heck did you dial up the cops on me? What on earth did I even do to deserve this?
Huh? Don't even try to tell me you conveniently forgot what went down that day. You straight up abused me. You grabbed my arms and shoved me like a maniac. Count yourself lucky that you only got stuck in jail for 2 measly days. But mark my words, if there's a next time, I won't hesitate to call the cops again. And you can bet your bottom dollar you'll be kicked out of this house faster than lightning.
Do you even have a clue why I had to go through all that? It's because you were going bonkers, totally crossing the line. You lost it out of the blue, hitting me around and preventing me from going to work. What was I supposed to do? Sit tight and let you have your way with me? No way! I had to stand up for myself, plain and simple.
Whoa, whoa. Hold up there, tough guy. Look at you, all high and mighty, huh? Is this how a husband should be talking to his wife? You disgust me, Matthews. Shape up and start showing some respect. And maybe I'll cut you some slack. Don't push me to call the cops on you again, you scumbag. You know whose side they'll be on, right? It's always gonna be my side, no matter what. All it takes is a few fake tears and a pleading voice, and BAM! You'll be guilty as charged.
You're seriously off your rocker, Margaret. Where's Daniel? Did you even bother to feed the poor kid while I was stuck away for those 2 days?
Why should I care about that worthless kid? He's upstairs, probably knocked out in dreamland. I did toss him a little something to eat, just to shut his mouth. The brat wouldn't stop crying while you were gone, and it really got on my nerves. Honestly, I was this close to booting him onto the streets and letting him fend for himself.
You better cut the crap with Daniel and me, or else it'll be your sorry ass getting locked up, not mine. And don't for a second think I'm clueless about your little cheating escapades. You've been sneaking around with some other dude behind my back, haven't you? Come clean and tell me everything.
Yeah, I'm cheating on you with some other dude. So what? What's the big deal? I stopped loving you ages ago. So why should I bother being faithful to you? Obviously, I gotta find myself a man who's actually deserving of my time. You know what's funny? While you were enjoying your little jail vacay, my lover and I were having a blast in this very house we're living in.
Is there any limit to your shamelessness?
Oh, I'm even considering having a kid with him. That way, Daniel will have a half-sibling and won't feel lonely anymore. So, what's your take on that brilliant idea? Sounds pretty good, huh?
Enough with your nonchalant attitude about the affair. It's making me sick to my stomach. I've had it up to here with your abuse, Margaret. Ever since we married, you've turned into a completely different person. You're not the same anymore. It all started with you spreading bogus rumors about me, going around telling everyone that I'm mentally unstable. You'd swipe my stuff like my iPod, meds, personal journals, and then have the audacity to claim that my mental health was spiraling. You did everything in your power to crush my confidence and make me think I was the crazy one, rather than you.
What are you even talking about? Of course you're the crazy one. I was just spitting straight facts, you know? I simply let everyone see your true colors.
And that's not even where the abuse ends. Oh no! It's gone way beyond that, with you resorting to kicking, hitting, and even spitting on me. You've even stooped so low as to use Daniel as a pawn to trap me, threatening that I'd lose custody if I dared to divorce you. You want me to stick around so you can milk me dry, both emotionally and financially, am I right? Well, newsflash. I see right through your web of lies and deceit. You've turned into nothing but a monster, Margaret.
What's with all these wild accusations? You want me to hit you with a defamation lawsuit or what? Why don't you take a good look in the mirror? You've turned into this dull, cranky old man whose whole life revolves around work, work, and more work. And I gotta say, it's mind-blowing how you bust your butt so much and yet bring in so little. Naturally, I had to find someone who can actually provide for me. It's called survival, my friend.
Do you even have a clue why I have to work so much? It's because you're not pulling your weight and bringing in any money for the family. And what do you do with my hard-earned cash? You go splurging on pointless stuff and have the nerve to keep demanding I make even more money for you to blow through.
Yeah, sure thing, loser. Keep talking all you want, but nobody's gonna buy your story. Everyone's just gonna eat up my side of things, you know? Because apparently I'm this fragile and helpless little lady.
Yeah, I'll own up to it. I made a real dumb move. I was on cloud 9 when you broke the news about being pregnant with our child, and I jumped the gun to marry you. But now, I've come to my senses and seen that it was a colossal mistake. Listen, I've been taking your mistreatment for a whole year, but I can't take it anymore. It's time for it to come to an end. I'm taking the steps to file for divorce, Margaret. Our marriage needs to be put to rest.
Oh, look who's trying to act tough, huh? Bring it on, you knucklehead. If you want Daniel ripped away from your grasp, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go for an at-fault divorce and press charges against you for domestic abuse. Guess what? You'll end up losing custody of Daniel and shelling out a ton of cash for compensation, alimony, and child support. So yeah, go ahead and divorce me. But mark my words, I'll be the one having the last laugh. Hey, Matthews, get ready to get pummeled in court real soon. You think it's still a man's world and us ladies have no say, huh? Well, guess what? Times have changed, and women's voices matter more than ever. Matthews, why the silence, you retard? You can't just leave my messages hanging like that.
Don't worry, Margaret. Matthews is definitely heading to court. But guess what? This time the tables have turned, and it's you who's in for a ride.
Wait, hold up. Who's this? I'm not talking to Matthews right now?
No, I'm his sister Linda. It's just mind-boggling to think that my brother has been putting up with all that abuse from you, his own wife. But listen up. Things are about to take a major turn because we've all got the evidence required to press charges against you for domestic violence and neglecting your kid. It's time to face the consequences, Margaret.
What kind of evidence are you blabbering about? Seriously, you're just kidding me, aren't you?
Oh, please. Do I look like I have time to joke around with you? Absolutely not. Look, whether you've realized it or not, I actually went ahead and hired a private detective to trail you and gather evidence of your little affair outside of marriage.
That's the so-called evidence you're going on about? Pathetic. Like anyone gives a darn whether I'm having an affair or not? Do you honestly believe that's gonna give Matthews any edge in our divorce trial? No chance in hell. Let me clue you in on something. I've got a video in my possession. It captures Matthews abusing both me and our child. He had the nerve to lay his hands on me, even grabbing my neck with his abusive and filthy fingers. So, which piece of evidence do you think holds more weight, huh?
Hold your horses, Margaret. I'm not done talking yet. Guess what? The private detective even managed to record a revolting conversation between you and your lover, where you shamelessly bragged about abusing and manipulating Matthews like some sort of twisted accomplishment. It's absolutely sickening.
What? You're just bluffing. Nobody's gonna fall for the nonsense you just cooked up on the spot. Keep dreaming, my dear naive Linda. A recording alone won't be enough to bring me down. Don't forget that I've got a video of Matthews getting physical with me. And trust me, that's more than sufficient to land his sorry butt in jail. Haha!
Oh, you mean half of the video?
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Stop playing dumb, Margaret. You're well aware of what really went down. You had the audacity to hold Daniel in your arms, threatening to drop him off the balcony. It was because of that vile act that my brother couldn't bear it anymore and took action to protect his child from you. I must say, it's truly sickening to witness the twisted depths your mind can sink to, concocting such a repulsive scheme.
How the heck do you even know that? I made sure to edit that part out of the video. This is incredible. It can't be true.
Oh, believe it or not, my detective had a chat with the folks managing the apartment where you're residing, and guess what? The entire incident got captured on their security cameras. But wait, there's more. Your neighbors are ready to step up and testify against you in court. It's game over, Margaret. Matthews is divorcing you and seeking compensation for all the physical and emotional suffering you've put him and Daniel through. You better start preparing your wallet because you'll be coughing up big time for the pain you've inflicted on your own family. So enjoy your freedom while it lasts, Margaret, because it's not going to be for long.
What's all this, Linda? I'm seriously lost here. Are you saying I'm gonna end up behind bars? Please, Please tell me you're just messing with me, Linda. I can't possibly get arrested. I'm too young and pretty for that kind of mess.
Oh, well, look at that. I didn't expect you to grasp the situation so swiftly. You bet your bottom dollar that not only will you be arrested, but you'll also be locked up in prison for your despicable crime, you deceitful witch. I hope you've got a treasure trove of convincing lies up your sleeve to defend yourself in court. But mark my words, it's all gonna be in vain because I'm gonna fight tooth and nail for justice until the bitter end, for the sake of my brother and my nephew. I'm determined to expose your true colors to the world, and everyone will know exactly what kind of woman you truly are. During the trial, Margaret attempted to manipulate her way out of her crime, fabricating lie after lie in an effort to conceal her sinister actions. She shed tears and begged Matthews for forgiveness, but all she received in return was his icy indifference. The evidence against Margaret, clearly demonstrating her guilt, was undeniable. It turned out that she had always carried a patronizing and condescending demeanor towards those around her. This is why the neighbors didn't hesitate to step up and support Matthews. Eventually, Margaret had no choice but to plead guilty to the charges of domestic violence against my brother. Furthermore, she was compelled to provide him with a significant financial settlement as compensation. Following the divorce, Matthews was granted custody of Daniel. Witnessing him hold his son in his arms was truly heartwarming. The way my brother gazed at his child, tears welling in his eyes, is an image that will forever remain etched in my memory. I am genuinely relieved that justice was served, allowing Matthews to escape from an abusive marriage and look forward to a brighter and better future.
Hey, Lana. My family is heading to your place in just a short time. Please stay awake to open the door for us.
Your whole family is coming to my house? Why this late at night? It's already 9 p.m.
Oops, my bad. I'm sorry for not letting you know earlier, but David and I have decided to move in and stay with you. We're bringing all of our stuff with us too.
You're planning to move in with me? But why the sudden decision? I haven't had the chance to prepare anything yet.
You've been living alone since my father-in-law passed away, so it must have been pretty lonely for you all this time. That's why Dad and I really think it's a great idea if our whole family moves in and we all live together with you. I know how much you've missed your granddaughter, Cynthia, right? Well, she's missed you too. In fact, she's been longing to spend more time with her awesome grandma.
Please excuse me if I'm being a bit intrusive, but I'm curious. Did something happen to your previous house?
It's a long story, Lana, and I don't think I have enough time to talk about it right now. Basically, we're facing some financial trouble stemming from a failed business venture. But I assure you that we'll only be staying at your house temporarily. It won't be long until David and I find a new place to settle in. You don't sound too thrilled about our family moving in. What's the matter?
I just feel like your family moving in is happening quite suddenly. It would mean a lot to me if you or David could let me know in advance about such plans, instead of coming to my house with all your belongings like that.
But I'm telling you now, aren't I? It's not like I didn't mention our family's move at all. By the way, Lana, can you clear out the biggest room in your house for us? You know, since there are two of us, me and David, it just makes sense for us to use the largest room, don't you think? If you don't have an extra room for the little one, Cynthia can stay with you. You're always wanting more bonding time with her, so I think it's a win-win idea.
I do miss Cynthia a lot. She's such an adorable and lovely little girl. It's quite unfortunate that I haven't had many opportunities to spend time with her over the past 5 years.
Are you seriously starting to point fingers at us now? You know both David and I have crazy work schedules, which is why we couldn't bring Cynthia over to your place as often as we wanted. But look, we're here now, aren't we? I promise you'll have plenty of quality time with her. Trust me on that.
I understand that you have a lot going on, but it feels like you haven't even given me the chance to see Cynthia. Every time I bring up the idea, you always seem to find excuses to turn me down.
Hey, can't we just leave the past behind and focus on building a better future where we all get along? By the way, Now that we've sorted out the living arrangements, I also need to tackle the financial issues that are stressing me and my husband out every day. Lana, would it be possible for you to lend me $5,000? I promise to pay you back as soon as I can.
$5,000? Are you and David really facing such a critical situation? I recall lending David some money not too long ago.
You bet we were. You know, David's health has been taking a toll, and the doctor recommended some much needed rest. Honestly, the failed business venture and the whole house moving situation have really put a strain on our finances. If it wasn't for your incredible kindness and letting us move in with you, we'd probably be out on the streets by now. We've pretty much exhausted all our cash savings and even emptied our bank accounts. We're really struggling to cover our day-to-day expenses at this point.
I'm sorry, Rosie. I truly had no idea. Frankly, you didn't share much about your financial situation with me, so I had no way of knowing that you and David were going through such difficult times.
Well, now you know. So please hurry up and transfer the money to my bank account. It's just $5,000, not a huge amount or anything. I'm sure you can handle it without any issues, right? We really need it as soon as possible.
I'm sorry, but may I consult David about this matter first? I have some reservations about lending out such a substantial amount of money based solely on text messages.
Oh, no problem. Feel free to ask David directly about it when we get to your place in just a little while. By the way, since our whole fam is heading your way, it would be amazing if you could cook something delicious for me. You have no idea how hungry I am right now. Oh, and if you could get the bath ready, that would be fantastic. Goodness gracious, I could really use a nice warm soak after this whole house moving ordeal. It's got me exhausted.
Hey Mom, I actually ran out of the money you sent me the other day. Can you please hook me up with some more?
You've already used up all of it? It's only been a few weeks since I sent you the money. How did you manage to go through it so quickly? That was the money I had to take from my savings. I'm sorry, but I don't think I can continue to provide financial assistance.
What? You said you were gonna help me and my family, remember? Was that all just empty words? You know perfectly well how my declining health is affecting me. If you truly consider yourself a loving and caring mother like you always claimed to be, you should lend a hand to your own son. I can't believe you're backing down on your promises so easily.
David, I understand that you'd like more support, but I truly believe I have done the best I could. There are limitations, you know. Since you and your wife moved into my house, it feels like all you do is give me orders, expect me to prepare meals every day, cater to your every need, and now you're even asking for money every week. It's becoming too much.
Come on, you still have your savings, right? Just hand it all over to me, and I'll make sure to put it to good use.
You're aware that I've already spent a significant portion of my savings to finance your dad's operation, and now I don't have much left for myself. If you continue asking me for more money like this, I will end up bankrupt.
Wait, what about Cynthia? Don't you even care about her? She's just a little girl for crying out loud. Can you honestly bear the thought of her going hungry? I can't believe you'd be so heartless. What happened to the loving and respectable mother I once knew? Please, take a moment to think of your family and your own granddaughter instead of only focusing on your own selfish needs.
Don't worry. If Cynthia needs anything, I will personally cover the expenses from my own pocket. I assure you that she will receive the best care she needs.
Alright, fine. I'll let go of the money issue for now. But don't even think that you're off the hook just yet.
Besides, David, I don't think that I can keep preparing 3 meals a day for your entire family anymore. You know I volunteer at a facility every day, starting early in the morning until late afternoon. I barely have any time for myself anymore.
Come on, you just need to wake up earlier. Maybe even at 3 a.m. if it's necessary. Don't make it seem like your volunteer work is such a huge deal. Seriously, do you care more about strangers than your own family? That's what hypocrites do.
Please, don't misunderstand me like that. You know how much I love volunteering and helping others, but it doesn't mean that I don't care about you or anyone else in our family.
If you're not gonna do anything for us or my family, then what good are you? Quit being so stubborn and start fulfilling your responsibilities as a mother, or else we'll cut ties with you and move far away somewhere. And trust me, you won't have a clue about our new address either. By then, you won't get to see Cynthia anymore. Take a good, hard think about it and tell me, is that really what you want to happen?
No, please don't do that. You know how much I care about my granddaughter, don't you? You can't simply forbid me from seeing her. I'm her grandmother after all.
Yeah, I get it. Cynthia is your soft spot, isn't she? Well, if you want to keep seeing Cynthia, then you better step up your game and do something truly meaningful. You know, like sending me some money, for example.
Just let me think, okay? I can't come up with money that easily.
Alright, then gather up at least $30,000 for now and send it to my bank account. Oh, and don't forget to make sure my family gets 3 meals a day too. Let's get a move on, Lana.
Cynthia, I'm currently at the grocery store near your school to get something for our family to eat tonight. I believe your class will be ending soon, correct? Would you like me to pick you up from school today?
I'm sorry about my parents, Grandma. They make you wake up early and do all the housework every day while they just lay around at home and do nothing. I don't want to burden you even more by asking you to pick me up from school. I'm perfectly capable on my own. I'm already in the 9th grade, so I can handle everything quite well.
You don't need to apologize, Cynthia. I must admit, I am a bit concerned about your parents. Anyway, how is the new school treating you? Are you managing to keep up with your studies?
Ugh, Grandma, you know what? I'm not really feeling like chatting about school and studies right now. It's just not my favorite topic, you know?
Oh, my dear, what's the matter? Did something happen at school? Please, don't hesitate to tell me. You know you can share absolutely everything with me, don't you?
Well, it's not exactly about that, Grandma, but please don't worry. Everything's totally fine, I promise.
Oh, my sweet Cynthia, are you really certain that everything is all right? I can't help but notice that you've been carrying a heavy heart lately. Please, remember that you can confide in me without any hesitation. Your secrets are safe with me.
Grandma, I hope you won't be too shocked by what I'm about to tell you, but the thing is I haven't actually been going to middle school for a while now.
Oh, my dear, haven't you been going to school? But I see your parents taking you out of the house every single day.
It's true that I leave the house every day, but instead of going to school, I head straight to my workplace.
What? A workplace? You mean you're actually working every day? Oh my goodness, dear. Aren't you a bit too young for that?
Yeah, but Mom and Dad forced me to lie about my age so the employers could hire me at their workplaces. In fact, I'm working several part-time jobs at the moment.
This is unacceptable. I can't believe Rosie and David would push you into working instead of going to school like any other child your age. No wonder they never let me pick you up from school. This just breaks my heart.
I really miss going to school and hanging out with my friends, Grandma. It's been real tough not being able to say goodbye to them or my teachers from my old school. You won't believe what happened. One night, out of the blue, my parents dragged me into a truck and said we were moving. They even made me promise that I wouldn't tell you anything about it. It's been so hard keeping the secret from you.
I'm so sorry that I didn't notice earlier, Cynthia. You've been struggling so hard all this time. Thank you for telling me all of this.
No, Grandma, it's not your fault at all. I'm the one who should be apologizing. I deliberately kept everything a secret from you because I was so scared of Mom and Dad. But now with everything that's happened, I think there's something else you need to know.
What is it, my sweetheart? You can tell me everything, especially if it's about your well-being. I promise I'll do my best to help you through this terrible situation you're in. You're not alone, my dear. I'll always be here for you.
Well, it's not about me, Grandma. It's actually about you. I honestly don't want to upset you, but I overheard Mom and Dad talking about you yesterday. They were planning to take some sort of property deed from your place and then pretend you have dementia to place you in a facility. I just couldn't hold it in anymore, Grandma. I can't let them do that to you.
Goodness gracious! They're actually considering such a wicked plan against me? Cynthia, my dear, I appreciate your concern for me. You know, I've endured so much of what your parents have put me through, all for your sake. But now, after hearing everything you've shared, I've reached my breaking point. It's just too much to bear. Cynthia, don't you worry about a thing. Just leave everything to me. By the way, when are you planning to take your school entrance exams?
Well, I want to go to a place called Melody Heights Academy of Vocal Arts. But with everything going on and lack of money, I'm afraid I might not even be able to apply.
Oh, Melody Heights Academy of Vocal Arts? I'm familiar with that place. It's a school specialized in vocal training, isn't it? You know what? I've got wonderful news for you, my dear. The person who founded that school happens to be a dear and close friend of mine and your grandfather.
Really? That's great, Grandma. You won't believe it, but my biggest dream is to sing and use my voice to inspire and uplift all the less fortunate people out there. I want to make them smile and remind them that they're not alone in this world. It means everything to me.
My dear, that's such a noble cause. I've always known that you possess a natural talent for singing. It's like it's ingrained in you. Whenever I hear you sing, it brings me such joy and comfort.
Thank you for your kind words, Grandma. But you know, my parents aren't exactly supportive of me pursuing my career as a singer. Whenever I mention the idea, they either laugh at me, make fun of me, or give me a cold and despised look. They've told me that it's just a stupid and unrealistic dream that will never come true. Instead, they've forced me into working and earning money for them to spend. It's really disheartening.
But my dear, despite the difficult circumstances, I know you never gave up on your dream, did you? I can hear you practicing your vocals every single day. Please, don't worry. I'll do everything in my power to support you in continuing your studies. You can count on me, my sweet granddaughter. Together, we'll make sure your dreams become a reality.
Hey, old woman, where's my money? I haven't seen a dime of that 30,000 yet. Quit ignoring me and just hand over the cash already. Do you seriously want me to cut you out of our lives? Think about it. You won't get to see your precious granddaughter ever again.
If you really want, we can sever ties. However, before I make any decisions, there are some things I need to clarify with you. Listen, it's been a while since Cynthia has been enrolled in middle school, isn't it?
What? Who told you that nonsense?
Just hear me out, David. I'm not done talking yet. I'm not finished speaking yet. It's not just about her lack of enrollment in middle school. You've also been making her work illegally on the side, haven't you?
No, you've got it all twisted. Whoever told you this must have some serious vision or mental problems. Honestly, they must have mistaken Cynthia for someone else. This is all just a big misunderstanding.
That's enough, David. I have more than enough evidence to prove that you've been coercing your daughter to lie about her age and work illegally. No matter what you say, the truth can no longer be hidden.
What? You're saying you have evidence? Look, it's not what you're thinking. You already knew about our business going down the drain, right? We were broke, so we had to do whatever it took to keep up with the household expenses. Once we get the 30,000 you promised me, Cynthia can quit her job and go back to middle school, no problem.
All right, then answer me another question. Why haven't you been working all this time? Are you truly on medical leave? If that's the case, which hospital did you go to? Show me some proof, like a receipt or health insurance card.
Hey, why are you suddenly being so nosy? I don't have anything to hide, okay? Quit poking into my personal life. You don't have the right to do that.
Just tell me the truth, David. You're just lying because you don't want to go to work, aren't you?
Stop saying things like that. I didn't go to any hospital, but something really traumatic happened, and it's been difficult to deal with, okay?
David, just be honest with me and tell me what really happened. If you do, I'll consider giving you the money you're asking for.
Alright. I'll tell you the truth now. Happy? Look, remember about the failed business I mentioned last time? I was actually betrayed by a business partner, a guy named Brian. He took off with all the money I worked so hard to earn. He had control over the core know-how and equipment, so I was powerless without him.
Oh, so that's what happened.
See, I'm the victim here. That's why I couldn't pay the rent and other bills, and I had to move. Now, just give me that money you promised me already.
Look, son, why don't you just reveal the truth for once?
What truth? Stop talking nonsense. You're just wasting my time.
David, I'm already aware of the true reason behind your desperate need for money. As your business started to thrive, you allowed yourself to become consumed by destructive habits like drinking, gambling, and drug use. Consequently, you ended up accumulating a tremendous amount of debt. And to make matters worse, you resorted to deceiving your business partner, taking all the earnings for yourself, and even getting involved with payday lenders.
How do you know all this? You don't have any proof, so your words are just empty talk. Quit trying to intimidate me with your pointless threats.
That's not the complete story, David. After that, you sneaked away in the dead of night, taking Cynthia with you and leaving behind a trail of chaos and confusion. Do you have any idea how hard it was for Cynthia? She was thrown into chaos without understanding the reason. She couldn't even say goodbye to her friends and teachers. Do you understand how scared and hurt she actually felt?
Listen, Lana, it's not what you think, okay? I was actually planning to work again once things settled down.
What exactly have you done, David? All you've done is continuously demand money and meals from me, while forcing Cynthia to work tirelessly. And let's not forget your elaborate scheme, where you planned to manipulate the deeds to my house and land, making it appear as if I had lost my sanity. Your ultimate goal was to have me placed in a facility and then seize everything for yourself. You came here with this malicious intent right from the start, didn't you?
Shut up, you keep making me out to be a criminal. Just because you're my mother doesn't mean you can make baseless accusations, got it?
Oh, there's no need to worry, David. I already have a witness by my side, and he's ready to expose all of your misdeeds. It's Brian, your former business partner, sitting right here next to me. Would you like to have a word with him? And before you even think about running away, don't bother, because the police have already caught up with you. They're waiting for you outside.
This is insane. Stop joking around with me. You know, it's not funny. Not at all. Wait, there's actually a police car outside, and it seems like the police officer is looking my way.
David, this is me, Brian. The only thing you can do right now is pay me the money or turn yourself into the police.
Brian? Wait, you don't have to do this, you know? I admit I was entirely wrong and I'm truly sorry. I'll pay you back, I promise. To be honest, I wasn't running away, I just needed a little more time. Just a bit longer, please. Maybe another 2 weeks? Save your breath, David. You're just gonna sneak out in the middle of the night and move again. You think I trust the words of someone who's lied to me before? I'll ask you one more time. Will you return the $30,000 you stole from me now? Or will you go to the officer outside? Which is it? Hey Mom, I know you're there, so let me ask you something. If I get arrested, Cynthia will be the daughter of a criminal. Your meddling has ruined your sweet granddaughter's life. If you don't want that to happen, give me the money now.
David, I don't think that will be an issue. Cynthia is going to take the entrance exams for Melody Heights Academy of Vocal Arts. It's the school she's been dreaming of and where she wants to study, a reputable institution for professional vocal training. Trust me, even if you're not around, I will continue to take good care of our granddaughter. Now it's high time, David. Either turn yourself in or be prepared for the police to take action and apprehend you by force.
Are you out of your mind? Prison? Seriously? No way, I can't handle that. You're being a pretty lousy mom right now. What kind of mother just throws her own flesh and blood into prison without even batting an eye? It's insane, Lana. You can't do this to me. It's just not fair. Mom, please, I'm begging you, don't put me through this.
It's disheartening to see your own child in police custody, but David needed to take responsibility for his actions. He gambled away $50,000 and took $30,000 from his former business partner, Brian, and borrowed $20,000 more from payday lenders. Moreover, the total amount he siphoned from me was around $20,000. Of course, both Brian and I intend to claim every penny. Eventually, he was in prison for financial fraud and embezzlement. Upon hearing of David's imprisonment, Rosie didn't show any interest. Not long after that, she filed for divorce and ended their marriage. Later on, it was discovered that Rosie had been romance scammed and swindled a substantial amount of money by someone who claimed to be a famous actor. Since she had already divorced David, she had no one to turn to and had lost her means of livelihood. Judging on Rosie's history of neglecting her daughter, I was granted Cynthia's custody. After that, I sold my house and land and moved to an apartment near Melody Heights Academy of Vocal Arts. The house and the land, located in the prime urban area, had a huge asset value, fetching me several $1,000,000. I also made sure that Cynthia would be the beneficiary of these assets, so she'd never face financial hardships. Eventually, Cynthia managed to take the entrance exam for her favorite school and got in. Now she's heading straight towards her dream, enjoying her youthful days surrounded by friends.